Alright, we are back at it today, and we're checking out the 70mm A810S. This is the upgraded version of the base A810 we reviewed before, and it brings some serious improvements to the table where it actually matters. We're talking smoother 4K video at 30 frames per second compared to the old 25 frames, a wider aperture for better light, and a much better heat resistance, which is a big deal if your rig sits out in the sun. So, in the video, we'll explain the new 70mm A810S and whether you should buy it or not. Updated price and purchase links will be down in the description for your convenience. Subscribe if you haven't already, and let's begin. Inside the box, you're getting the main unit, the rear cam, all the power and connector cables, the windshield mount, extra 3M tapes, and those electrostatic stickers we always talk about. The main unit itself looks almost identical to the previous model. You've got the ports for power and the rear cam, along with the memory card slot on the right side. On the front, you've got 4 physical buttons to control the menus. To us, it feels like a solid, refined piece of gear that doesn't overcomplicate the design. Getting this thing installed in the rig is pretty straightforward. First, you just plug the charger into the cigarette lighter and pop your SD card into the slot until it clicks. We always recommend checking if the unit turns on normally before you go sticking anything to the glass. Once you've wiped down the windshield, slap on the electrostatic sticker, slide the dash cam into the mount, and stick it right on. To keep things clean, use the included crowbar tool to tuck the power cable under the headliner. Just remember to disconnect the power before you start routing wires so you don't short anything out. For the rear cam, it's a similar deal. You route that long connector cable through the headliner all the way to the back glass. Stick the rear cam on with another electrostatic sticker and plug it into the Type-C port on the main module. Once you fire it up, you should see the rear view pop up right on the A810S screen. You can then adjust both lenses to make sure you've got that perfect horizon line for your footage. Operating the camera is easy enough. The power button handles the basics: a quick press to turn it on or toggle the screen, and a 3-second hold to shut it down. If the thing ever freezes up, a 15-second hold forces a shutdown. The 4 function buttons below the screen let you toggle audio, switch camera views, or jump into your album and settings. The indicator light is also super simple. Steady green means you're recording. Flashing green means an emergency or parking clip is being saved. And red means you've got an error. To get the most out of it, you'll want to grab the 70my app. You just hit the plus sign, follow the prompts to add the A810S, and authorize the connection on the dash cam screen. From there, you can change your clip duration, mess with the G sensor sensitivity, or handle firmware updates. When an update is ready, you just download it in the app and push it to the cam. It takes about a minute and restarts itself. It even supports English voice commands, so you can just say, "Take photo," or "Record video," without taking your hands off the wheel. In terms of performance, the footage really cuts the mustard. This thing uses the Sony Starvis 2 sensor for true 4K HDR performance. The all-round 4K branding isn't just talk. The frames are precise and the low-light clarity is top tier. It also features buffered emergency recording, which is massive. It can save up to 3 minutes of footage before a collision even happens, so you get the full chain of events leading up to an accident. The 5-level G sensor is also highly adjustable, so you can set it to extremely high to catch every little ding, or extremely low if you're hitting bumpy trails and don't want a million false triggers. What really makes the A810S stand out isn't just the 4K resolution. It's the proprietary tech 70my cooked into it. They've included something called the MyColor Vivid Plus solution. We've seen a lot of so-called 4K cameras struggle with tunnel transitions or backlit driving, but this system adapts to lighting shifts instantly. It keeps the details sharp even in harsh weather or when you're driving directly into the sun. They've also added an ROI algorithm, which stands for Region of Interest. Basically, the camera's brain prioritizes things like license plates over the background scenery. It enhances the clarity of the most important evidence without overloading the system or wasting energy. To us, that's just smart engineering, prioritizing the stuff that actually matters for insurance or legal proof. Night driving is where most dash cams fall apart, but the A810S uses the Sony Starvis 2 sensor paired with 70mm night owl vision. This combo balances the exposure and kills that annoying glare from streetlights or headlights. The result is color-accurate footage that doesn't look like a grainy mess. But the real kicker is the 70mm Lumi vision. Even if you're parked in a pitch-black environment, this tech, which is actually borrowed from professional filmmaking cameras, cranks up the ISO and prolongs exposure time. It essentially generates daylight-level visibility in spots where you can barely see with your own eyes. Whether you're on the road or parked in a dark alley, this thing handles the dark better than almost anything else in its price bracket. Now, if you want to use the highlight features like AI motion detection and advanced parking protection, you're going to have to hardwire it. The 70mm 4G hardwire kit will run you about $50, but it's worth it for the security. You'll need to tap into the fuse box near the driver's seat. Use a multimeter to find a constant power fuse for the red VCC plus wire and an ignition switched fuse for the yellow ACC wire. Ground the black wire to a chassis screw and you're set. If you're using the LTE module, you can even pop a SIM card in there for remote alerts. Once it's hardwired and activated in the app, the cam will announce entering parking surveillance every time you turn off the car. With AI motion detection enabled, the cam stays in a low-power state until it sees a suspicious person lingering in its field of view. It'll automatically record a 30-second clip and send an alert to your phone. To us, this is the ultimate peace of mind for leaving your rig unattended. In our opinion, the 70mm A810S is a solid step up from the base model. It takes an already great 4K platform and fixes the small gripes, giving you better heat management, smoother frame rates, and much smarter parking features. If you're looking for a dash cam that's reliable and packs high-end sensors without the boutique price tag, this setup definitely earns its place in the rig. So, that's the breakdown on the A810S. It's a powerful, all-round 4K system that's built to handle the heat and keep your vehicle protected 24/7. We'll put the purchase link and the 4G hardwire kit info down in the description so you can check them out. If you have any questions about the AI detection or the fuse box wiring, hit us up in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more gear reviews. Other than that, we hope you all have a simple day. Peace.